Opening statements getting underway.
Looking inside that courtroom.
An F-bomb and a joke that bombed.
Punks. These knock knock. Who's there?
What was he thinking? This is a murder trial.
The star witness in the Zimmerman murder trial.
She is about to testify.
Rachel Gentel.
It was one of the most remarkable testimonies I have ever seen.
The longer she was questioned, the more agitated the teen witness appeared.
Well, maybe if he decided to assault George Zimmerman, he didn't want you to know about it.
That's real retarded, sir.
The state also tried to get at Zimmerman's state of mind.
And around that time, he kind of cut me off and he says, "Just tell her I shot someone."
Jurors ended the week on day 5, hearing from the only eyewitness to the struggles. He saw 2 people on the ground. The person on top was wearing darker clothes. It contradicts the testimony of 2 key witnesses for the state.
The most dramatic day yet.
It's George Zimmerman in his own words.
All I could think about was when he was hitting my head against it, felt like my head was going to explode.
And where from what bushes does he jump out?
It was somewhere around here.
There have been so many bits and pieces.
The inconsistencies.
They are the details that are the devil.
Either he was telling the truth, or he was a complete pathological liar.
The prosecution for the past couple of days has been trying to use the words of George Zimmerman against him. Today, they apparently were trying to use the wounds of George Zimmerman.
Are the injuries to the back of the defendant's head consistent with having been repeatedly slammed into a concrete surface?
No.
Emotional testimony from Trayvon Martin's mother this morning.
Do you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
And who do you recognize that to be, man?
Trayvon Benjamin Martin.
And whose voice was that?
My son, George.
Could be the most critical week of the George Zimmerman murder trial.
New witnesses, more family and friends.
George Zimmerman gave a statement to the police. He said, "This does not even sound like me." Then you heard witness after witness, "Oh, this sounds just like George."
Can you describe to your jury what was going through your mind when you were listening to that?
I was listening to my son's last cry for help.
Tempers are hot. Attorneys argue over the use of an animated reenactment.
The prosecutor, John Guy, going after the defense's expert witness.
Were you aware that the defendant described to his best friend that when he slid down, the defendant slid down, that Trayvon Martin was up around his armpits?
No, I've not heard that. No, sir.
Okay, well, where would the gun be now?
There is that new charge that the judge ruled this jury can consider.
I think it's going to be very difficult for this jury to find second-degree murder, intentional murder, murder with hate. That is going to be very tough. But the lesser included offense of manslaughter seems to fit these facts a lot better. And O'Meara knows, even if the jury doesn't know, that George Zimmerman could spend decades in prison.
The attorneys will now present their final arguments.
He is dead because another man made assumptions.
How many could-have-beens have you heard from the state in this case?